Your angel is speaking to you right now, and this message couldn't come at a more important time in your life. Today, you may be feeling like every step you take is heavy, every decision is uncertain, and every move forward seems to be met with resistance. The struggles may feel never-ending, as if you're fighting against a force that keeps you stuck in the past. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking everything you desire is already within your reach? As you navigate these challenges, you're probably wondering why nothing seems to be working. Why does it feel like no matter how hard you try, the weight of your past decisions and experiences keeps you anchored in place? It's frustrating, exhausting, and overwhelming. But here's where the shift happens. It's not about fighting harder. It's about something deeper, something more powerful. Letting go. But not out of defeat, not because you're giving up, but because you're choosing to release that which no longer serves you. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, when you finally stop resisting and let go, things just fall into place? Perhaps you've been working tirelessly on a project, hitting roadblock after roadblock. Then one day you decide to step back, take a breath, and suddenly, clarity hits. The solution that seemed impossible is now right in front of you. That's not coincidence. It's the power of release in action. When we cling tightly to outcomes, expectations, or old ways of thinking, we create tension in our lives. That tension blocks the natural flow of energy and stops us from seeing the doors that are ready to open. But when we release, when we trust the process, the heavy weight we've been carrying begins to lift. Suddenly, new opportunities, new paths, and new answers that were once hidden in shadows become visible. Every step that once felt like a struggle starts to lighten. Every uncertain turn begins to feel like a natural part of the journey. And that's when the magic happens. You let go, not out of weakness, but out of strength. The strength to trust in yourself, in the universe, and in the divine plan that's been waiting for you all along. Now, let's break this down logically. When you resist, what happens? Resistance creates friction. Think about a physical object. When you push against something with force, that force pushes back. The same thing happens in your life. When you resist change, when you hold on tightly to the past, or when you try to control every outcome, you're creating an inner friction. That friction not only drains your energy, but it also keeps you stuck in a cycle of struggle. Logically, the more you fight against something, the harder it becomes to move forward. But when you release resistance, you remove the friction. The path becomes smoother, clearer. It's like rowing a boat against the current. When you stop fighting the natural flow of the water and instead allow it to carry you, your journey becomes easier, more aligned. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a fundamental principle of life. By letting go of control, you open yourself to the natural flow of energy, creativity, and abundance. And that's the exact moment when the shift begins. As soon as you decide to release what's been holding you back, whether it's old beliefs, fears, or past experiences, the tension in your life starts to dissolve. Suddenly, the answers that felt so distant, so impossible, now stand right in front of you. The truth you've been searching for wasn't out of reach. It was simply waiting for you to stop resisting. There are countless teachings across various spiritual traditions and even psychological studies that confirm this. For instance, in the field of psychology, the concept of cognitive dissonance explains that when we hold conflicting beliefs or attitudes, we experience discomfort or resistance. By resolving these inner conflicts, often through letting go of limiting beliefs or outdated narratives, we find peace and clarity. In spiritual practices like meditation and mindfulness, the act of surrender is central to reaching higher states of awareness. When we stop clinging to thoughts, when we let go of attachments, we create space for insight, healing, and transformation. In fact, a 2019 study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people who practice mindfulness, specifically the act of non-resistance and letting go of negative thoughts, reported higher levels of well-being and greater mental clarity. This directly aligns with the idea that when you stop fighting, when you stop resisting, the path ahead becomes illuminated. It's not just a mystical idea, it's backed by science. As the weight of your resistance lifts, you'll start to see what's been hidden from view. The answers that seemed elusive, the solutions that felt out of reach, and the doors you never knew existed suddenly begin to appear. You'll find that opportunities you once thought were closed off to you are now wide open, inviting you to step through. The path ahead, once dark and uncertain, begins to glow with possibility. This is your angel's message to you. The universe is always guiding you, always lighting the way, but it's up to you to stop resisting. The moment you choose to release the struggle, to trust the flow, the answers you've been seeking will reveal themselves. You'll discover that the truth was never out of reach. It was always waiting for you to stop resisting, taking action based on today's content. Now that you've heard this message, what are you going to do with it? Are you ready to let go of what's been holding you back? Are you ready to release the struggle and trust the journey? The moment you decide to stop resisting is the moment everything begins to change. It's time to take action. First, if this message resonates with you, let the universe know. Like this video to affirm that you're ready to embrace this shift. Leave a comment below and share what you're ready to let go of. What resistance do you need to release in your life? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can continue receiving guidance and inspiration on your journey. Remember, the universe has incredible things in store for you. Your angel is guiding you every step of the way, but it's up to you to trust, release, and move forward with faith. As soon as you do, the path ahead will light up, and the doors to abundance, purpose, and joy will swing wide open. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop resisting? Are you ready to see the path that's been waiting for you all along? Your angel is saying to you, trust, let go, and watch the magic unfold. If you're feeling inspired, if you're ready to make this shift, then take a moment to reflect. Write down what you've been resisting in your life. What is it that you've been holding on to that no longer serves you? It could be an old belief, a past relationship, or even a fear of the future. Whatever it is, now is the time to release it. The moment you stop resisting, the trail lights up, guiding you exactly where you're meant to be. So go ahead, release the tension, trust the process, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible.